today we're going to talk about the instrumentation that we use for our album Vivaldi times 2 squared. If you wonder about the title, well, Vivaldi times 2 is concertos with 2 solo instruments, and the squared bit is just a bit of a private joke about the fact it's volume 2. I didn't want to write volume 2 because I just thought that was a bit boring. So he wrote times 2 squared. Anyway, there you go. This album has concertos for 2 cellos, 2 violins, 2 flutes, 2 oboes. And then at the beginning of the album, there's a concerto for 2 violins, 2 oboes, 2 recorders. And at the end of the album, there's a concerto for 2 oboes, 2 flutes, violin, cello, and harpsichord. The last concerto is probably the only concerto that wasn't written for the Ospedale della Pietà, the founding institution where Vivaldi worked in Venice for much of his life. All the other concertos, however, probably had something to do with the Pietà, if not were actually written for the Pietà at some point in their life. If you look at the opening concerto, Vivaldi actually specifies a bassoon part, but the bassoon doesn't really do anything apart from playing the slow movement with the recorders. I should say that the recorders only play in the slow movement of this concerto because the players who played the recorders in that movement would have played the oboes in the outer movements. So this concerto was probably not originally created for the Pietà on account of the bassoon part. The Pietà didn't have bassoons, but at a later date Vivaldi scrubs the bassoon part out. Maybe this was Vivaldi sort of rearranging, if you like, in a very loose sense of the word, making it ready for a performance at the Pietà without a bassoon. However, the concerto for 2 flutes, concerto for 2 oboes, concerto for 2 cellos, and the double fiddle concerto is almost certainly all works written for the Pietà. There is only 1 concerto for 2 cellos, 1 concerto for 2 flutes, 3 concertos for 2 oboes, or 1 on this album, and about 30 for 2 violins, of which there are 2. And both the double fiddle concertos quite relatively late work. G major probably around about the 1730, the B flat one mid 1730s or something like that. And my God, those pieces are hard.